All right, okay, welcome back, my NextGen family. Okay, today we are going to go through on this paper, May-June 2025, paper 42. Okay, this is a calculator paper, 2 hours, 100 marks. Okay, so everyone, go get your calculator, okay, whatever calculator you have, but I will be discussing based on the 570EX calculator if I ask you all to type it out. Okay, formulas are given to you here. What are the formulas? All the shape, area, and volume, and some circumference. Okay, there are some shape formulas that are not given here. Quadratic, then sine rule, cos rule, and area of a triangle that is non-right angle. Okay, let's go to question number 1. A quadrilateral has these properties. The diagonals are the only lines of symmetry. It has rotational symmetry of order 2. Write down the mathematical name of this quadrilateral. Okay, so if you don't know how to do this, number 1, you write down all the names of a quadrilateral first. Okay, I want all of you to, let's just do an exercise. What are all the names of the quadrilateral that you all have learned? Then you can narrow it down. Okay, everyone just type in the chat. What are some quadrilaterals that you all learned? Okay, square, rectangle. Okay, what else? Square, rectangle. Okay, rhombus, kite. Okay, good. Anything else? Parallelogram, trapezium. Okay, anything else? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Any other quadrilateral that you all have learned before? Okay, so even though this is a 1 mark question, I've actually seen this question come out before. They like to ask related to quadrilateral, and because there's quite a few quadrilateral, then they give you a property. Okay, most of us here, we probably don't memorize like specifically, oh, a square has what, how many lines of symmetry or rotational symmetry of order 2. Okay, we don't memorize exactly. So how you do it? List it all out, draw it out. Okay, list it all out, then draw it out to see which one fits this statement here. Okay, based on this first question, which one is this? The diagonals are the only lines of symmetry. It has a rotational symmetry of order 2. Okay, so this one, the answer is a rhombus. Okay, why rhombus? Okay, you can draw a rhombus. You know what's a rhombus? It's a square-like quadrilateral, but slanted already. Okay, like that. Okay, so where can you get the lines of symmetry? It'll be here and here. And these are the diagonals. Okay, this is called your diagonals. How many times can you rotate it to be the same exact shape? Okay, that is called your rotational symmetry. Let's say you start from here. This one can rotate here, then rotate back here again. So this one, you have rotational symmetry of order 2. Okay, let's go to the next one. The diagram shows the net of a solid. Write down the mathematical name of this solid. Okay, what is this? This is called a triangle. Okay, triangle base prism. Okay, according to the mark scheme, it says triangular prism. Okay, triangular prism. So how it looks like if you draw it out. Okay, something like this. Like that. Triangular prism. Okay, don't just say it's a prism. A prism itself, I don't think they will give you correct. Because prism is just a general name for a cross-sectional area kind of shape that repeats by length times. Okay, number 3. Just now, quite a number of you say don't know how to do this. Mass of box A to mass of box B is 4 to 7. The mass of box B is 2.4 kg, more than the mass of box A. Calculate the mass of box A and the mass of box B. Okay, first of all, we need to understand this ratio and what does this specific value over here means. Okay, this is not a very hard question. 2.4 kg more. What does it mean 2.4 kg more? So you first find what are the difference in this ratio first. So difference in ratio, okay, diff in ratio, we can just take 7 minus 4. So you got 3 parts. Okay, so 3 parts of the ratio represents 2.4 kg. Got it? One part, what does it represent? We'll take 2.4 divided by 3. Okay, 2.4 divided by 3, which is equals to 0.8 kg. Understand? Then we have 4 parts and 7 parts. Okay, A is 4 parts. Okay, 4 parts. Then B is 7 parts. That's all. Which is 0.8 times 4 and then 0.8 times 7. This will be 3.2 kg. And then this one will be 5.6 kg. 3.2, 5.6. Okay. For ratio, right, do you need to do it all in one step? If maybe some of you stumble across the mark scheme, you see they make it all into one step. Okay, not necessary lah. I rather you all understand, you break it down part by part. Easier for you to understand like this. Okay, always find one part, then after that, you find how many parts are they asking you to find. Okay, cool. Those of you who were asking just now, question 3. All right, let's go to question number 4. ABCD is a trapezium. Work out the area of a trapezium. Okay, so I want you to also take note. If you look into the list of formulas in page 2, trapezium is not given to you. Okay, the formula of trapezium is not given to you. So you have to memorize your trapezium. Okay, formula of trapezium, which is 1 over 2 A plus B times height. Okay, A plus B, these are the length of the parallel sides. So we need to first find, okay, this one is a parallel sides. We first need to find which 2 sides are parallel to each other. This and this. So this is A, this one is B. Okay, it doesn't matter which one you put as A and B as well. Then H, every time when you see the word, the alphabet H in a shape formula, H will be the perpendicular height. So there's only one height they give you here lah. So this one is the perpendicular height. A plus B, so 10 plus 12, then multiply by 8. Half times 22 times 8, okay, we will get 88. 88 cm square. Okay, just a little side note. Some of you may say, hey, teacher, this one all need to write units or not? In the working, no need lah. Okay, unless they are testing you on unit. Otherwise, don't fill up your workings with units. Okay, question number 5. Scott changes $300 into pounds. The exchange rate is pounds. 1 pound equals to $120. Calculate the amount Scott receives. Okay, when you see that there's a conversion or some sort of ratio like that, when there's 1 unit to something, how do we understand this one? Or how do we convert the unit? Okay, if it's 1, only if it's 1, you can multiply by 1.2 like that. Okay, that means dollars, this one is dollars to euro to dollars. Okay, euro to dollars is times 1.2, and then dollars to euro will be divided by 1.2. Okay, so this is the shortcut way if one of the unit is 1. Okay, this one we call it 1 to n type of ratio. So since they want us to change $300 to pounds, we will divide by 1.2. $300, you divide by 1.2. Okay, 300 divided by 1.2, we'll get 250 pounds. Okay, but let's say you don't know how to do this, okay? And then you say, hey, teacher, I'm not so sure whether I need to do times or divide. Okay, my recommendation, this one, you normally do this for if your ratio is not 1. Okay, so maybe they give you some other ratio, like 1.3 pounds equals to $5.2. Okay, maybe some really weird kind of conversion. So this is what I would normally do. We write it into a ratio like this. Okay, we want to find pounds, right? Pounds, dollars. So you don't know what is the pounds here. You want to find $300. The conversion is 1 to 1.2. Okay, so you write it into a ratio like this first, then you convert it into a fraction equation. If you're not clear, you just write it like that. So x over 1 equals to 300 over 1.2. Therefore, x is equals to 300 divided by 1.2 times 1, which is also 250. Okay, so I like to use this method for money conversion if the conversion here is like not a nice value. That means it's not 1 to something. This one we call it 1 to n. 1 to n conversion also can apply for like math scale also. Okay, let's go to number 6. A solid wooden cone has base radius 4 cm and height 12 cm. The density of the wood is 0.74 gram per cm cube. Calculate the mass of the cone. Density is equals to mass divided by volume. Okay, the formula of cone is given to you. You all can go and refer. What is a cone? That is, okay, so you have a cone. What did they give us? Radius is equals to 4. Height is equals to 12. Okay, what is the volume of a cone first? Volume of cone is 1 over 3 pi r square height. 1 over 3 pi 4 square 12. Okay, since this is in the middle of the equation, you may want to leave it in terms of pi first. Okay, 64 pi. Right? This is the value, right? 64 pi. So if you change it to a decimal place, it will be 201.0619298. Okay, if you are using in terms of a decimal place, please don't round up so much first. Okay, you either put it something like this. Okay, 201.0619. Don't have to be too much also, but don't round it up like to 201. Most likely your final answer will be a little bit off, okay, from the accuracy. Okay, then they say density equals to mass over volume. They want you to find mass. Mass equals to density times volume. What's the density? Okay, we have to see the units. Is it the same? This is 64 pi. Just now it's in cm, right? Okay, so this one we have to check for the units first. Cm, so this one is also cm cube already. So density 0.74 times 64 pi. Okay, I would prefer to use 64 pi. It will be a more accurate value. But your final answer, you'll write it as the decimal place. All right, so here we should get 148.8. If you want to write 149, also is acceptable because it's the instruction in front is given to you 3 significant figure. So they are not so particular for this one. Can I leave it in pi? No. You have to change it. Okay, you have to change it. All right, so don't leave it in pi unless the question asks you to leave it in exact form or in the pi form. Otherwise, because this is a paper 4, you have access to calculator, they will normally expect you all to change it to the decimal place if you can change it. Okay, unless they state it otherwise. Right, next one. Rearrange the formula to make m as the subject. Y equals mx plus c. Okay, since we want the m, right, to be subject, I'll put like that first. We switch the sides. Mx plus c equals to y. Mx equals to y minus c. m is equals to y minus c over x. Okay, normally I would say the first 10 questions, you should be able to do it really, really fast. Okay, the next one. 2.1 square minus 1.9 over 0.5. This one, just type into calculator. It's just a 1 mark question. 2.1 square minus 1.9 divided by 0.5. Okay, don't leave this in fraction. You are going to write it in decimal place also. 5.02. Okay, question number 9. Solve the simultaneous equation. Whether you do it in elimination, whether you do it in substitution, it is entirely up to you. But there's one that's easier to do. Normally, if you do elimination, if the equation can do elimination, you do it as elimination because it will be easier. All right, let's look at 1 and 2. Okay, what should we eliminate? Okay, for me, you want to eliminate W or eliminate Y also can. All right, okay, so before we do this, since this is a calculator paper, do you all know how to use your calculator to check for simultaneous equation? To check the answer? All can, right? Okay, so I want everyone take out your calculator first. Okay, Sarana don't know. Okay, who else don't know? Who else don't know how to do? Okay, those of you who don't know, can you type what calculator are you using? Are you using the 570EX? Are you using 570EX? Okay, please follow this instruction. Follow closely. Press menu. This only works for 570EX, the steps. Press menu. Okay, press right down. Equation /func. Go inside. Then you will see 1 Simal equation. Press 1. Okay, what do you see, Sarana? Number of unknowns. You see number of unknowns? Okay. I want you to press 2. Okay, press 2. Now, do you see 0x plus 0y equals to 0? Then got 2 lines. 0x plus 0y equals to 0. Okay, very good. Can you type in these values? 2, negative 3, 11. 2, negative 3, 11. Then 3, 1, 11. Then you press, after you put in all the value, then you press equal one more time. What do you see? X equals to 4. Very good. Okay, press down. Y equals to -1, right? Okay, so I want y'all in exam, if it's a calculator paper, please leverage your calculator, do using your calculator first. So it's as if you are getting the answer. Okay, because sometimes exam, if you do too fast, sometimes you may do careless mistake, plus become minus, minus become plus. You may make some mistake. Okay, so we know that our final answer, W, we treat as X, W will be equals to 4. Y is equals to -1. Okay, so whatever method that you use, you still need to show your working. Okay, but your worst case scenario, if you forget, right, at least you write down some sort of answer lah. But you have to write some sort of working inside also. Okay, so what I would do here, okay, I would eliminate y value. Okay, y value, I'll multiply equation 2 by 3. Okay, 2 times 3. 9w plus 3y equals to 33. Okay, let's call this equation 3. I will bring down this one equals to 11. This one is equation 1. Okay, you add both the equation with each other. This will be 11w equals to 44. W is equals to 44 divided by 11, which is equals to 4. Then we substitute. Okay, sub W equals to 4 into, okay, which equation? I'll sub into equation 2. Equation 2, so 3 times 4 plus y equals to 11. 12 plus y equals to 11. Y is equals to -1. So 4 and -1. All right, I will prefer doing elimination, I think easier. Okay, easier to do. But if you don't know how to do elimination, just do substitution. Both also works. Okay, let's go to question number 10. A group of 12 adults and 9 children travel on a bus. The cost of an adult ticket is N dollars. The cost of a child ticket is N minus $10. The total cost of the ticket is $277.50. Find the cost of one adult ticket. Okay, let's write down this in an equation. It will be 12N plus 9N minus 10 equals to 277.5. Okay, we solve for this. 12N plus 9N minus 90 equals to 277.5. Okay, we will bring the 90 to the right-hand side. So 21N, 277.5 plus 90 will be 367.5. Divide both sides by 21. Okay, 367.5 divided by 21, we will get 17.5. Okay, 17.5 is N dollars, the adult ticket. Okay, the cost of adult ticket is N dollars, so this will be the final answer. Can you all see that the paper 4 is actually much easier right now as compared to last time? Do you all feel it also? Okay, so that's why I say it's way, way easier already. Much, much easier as compared to last time. All right, okay, first 10 question. If no issue, can you all type 10? Okay, all can do. Easy. Okay, this one close two eyes also can do, right? Don't need calculator also can do. Okay, except those with the pi ones. Okay, let's go to question 11. Okay, just now some of you also had questions for this one. In a sale, the original price of a shirt is reduced by 15%. The sale price of the t-shirt is $23.63. Find the original price of the shirt. Okay, original price in percentage. I want you all to always write this down. Original value is always equals to 100%. Okay, this sale price is already reduced by 15%. So how many percent is this $23.63? 85, right? Okay, 100 minus 15%. This is 85%. Okay, what we can do here, we can also go back to the ratio method. This is the method that I like to use. Okay, so because this one is a reverse percentage, so reverse percentage or normal percentage, I always still use the ratio method. This is how I'll do it. Write down dollars and percentage first. Okay, we don't know what is the 100% right now, but we know what is the 85%. Everyone understand what am I doing here? This is a ratio. X dollars is 100%. $23.63 is 85%. So we convert this ratio into like this. Okay, this is actually a proportion, okay, or I call it a fraction equation. Then you just solve from here. 100 over 85 times 23.63. Okay? Type in the calculator. 27.80. Okay, just based on my feedback from a lot of students, I think this one is probably the most straightforward method for most of you here. It's the easiest to understand because this method can use to solve many different questions. All right, okay, question number 12. The length of a rectangle is 16 cm, correct to the nearest cm. Width is 14 cm, correct to the nearest cm. Calculate the lower bound of the perimeter of the rectangle. Okay, whenever you got some sort of shape, try your best to draw it out first so we can understand clearly. Here is 16 cm, here is 14 cm. They want you to find the lower bound, okay? What is the lower bound? Whenever they say this word correct to the nearest centimeter or correct to the nearest whatever value, you will take that value, you plus minus that value divided by 2. That is how we find our upper bound and lower bound. Okay, to find perimeter, perimeter is made of what? Okay, this is length, this one is width. We first have to understand a perimeter is made up of 2 length plus 2 width. Okay, two variables add up together. So to get the smallest possible value, we just take the small plus the small. That's all. Okay, so what is the lower bound for length and lower bound for width? Okay, we can calculate it first. LB will be 16 minus 1 over 2. Width LB will be 14 minus 1 over 2. So here is 16.5. Sorry, this is 15.5. This one is 13.5. This one also double check on the units. Okay, sometimes they may give you one is cm, one is meter. Okay, just go and double check it. Put into the formula 15.5 plus 2, 13.5. Okay, this one will get 31 plus 27, 58. Okay, 58 cm. Okay, can you write down straight away the value into here, like the 15.5, 13.5? Can also, okay? But remember, if you want to try to avoid mistake, because you see, just now I did also a small careless mistake, right? I wanted to write 15.5, I go write 16.5. Sometimes easier for you to break down the values. Okay, when you break down the values, you can, when you double check your paper, you can identify all your mistakes also. Right, okay, let's go to question 13. Triangle ABC and triangle PQR are mathematically similar. Calculate the length of PR. Okay, PR. PR is similar to this AC. Where do we need to see first? We need to see that the angle here and angle here is the same. Okay, so they are in the same order lah. Then this AB is similar to PQ. We're going to use the same exact method again, the ratio method. But this one is under similarity. So PR, you put at the top of the equation. Okay, PR over 12. Okay, you can put like that. All your small values you put here, all your large values you put at the bottom. That means the small triangle and large triangle. Okay, so this two is the yellow side. Then PQ, 6 over 9. You can label this, okay, you can label this so that it's easy for you to see also. You can identify. So what is PR? PR is equals to 6 over 9 times 12. 8 cm. Okay, the next one. Question B. Triangle ABC and triangle PQR are the cross sections of two prisms. These prisms are mathematically similar. The volume of the smaller prism is 1120 cm cube. Calculate the volume of the larger prism. Okay, I'll show you what is the easiest formula to do this question. Whenever you see similarity, okay, you see the word here, mathematically similar, they can ask you between length, area, and volume. Okay, what is the secret formula to solve all of this? Okay, teacher, I mentioned this quite a number of times also. You take L1 over L2, A1 over A2, then V1 over V2. Okay, at the area here, you put square root. At the volume here, you put a cube root. So they will normally test you between either one unit, like the previous question is just length and length, or they will ask you between two units, like length and area and volume, length and volume, length and volume. For this question, they are asking you between a length and volume. So we will use these two parts here. Okay, what do we want to find? We want to find the volume of the larger prism. Okay, volume of the larger prism. So what are the properties that we are going to use here? We got the length. Okay, so we can write like that first. Large. Okay, the large one. And then the small triangle. Okay, the length of the large one. What do we have? We can use the blue color line, 9 cm. The length of the small one, 6 cm. Okay, the volume of the smaller prism, 1120 cm cube. We don't know what is the volume of this large one. Okay, so we want to find this. We are going to use between both of this. I will put now the volume at the left-hand side. So volume of the large over volume of small. This part here will be cube root equals to length of the large one over the length of the small one. Then you just fit in the value. So you don't have to stress yourself to think about your k square, k cube. Normally, that is when students get a bit confused. Which k value to put on top or the bottom? Okay, volume of the small one. Okay, what's the volume of the small? 1120. Length of the large one, 9 over 6. Just go rearrange this entire thing. Solve it. Okay, the cube root will become cube. So 9 over 6 cube, 1120 times 1120. Calculate this, you get 3780. Okay, I can guarantee you this always works. All right, okay, question 14. 5x minus 10 minus ax plus 2a. Factorize. So we first have to identify what type of factorizing to do. You've got 4 terms, no common factor, right? There's no one common factor among the 4 terms here. So this one we call factor by grouping. Okay, factor by grouping or factor in pairs. You're going to put it in pairs. Take this, 2 pair, these 2 pair. Okay, we factorize to see what is the value, what are the value that we can factorize from the first one. This one is 5, x minus 2. Okay, what we want to do is we factorize out a value so that the bracket will be the same also. Okay, we're going to factorize by minus a. Then this one will become x minus 2. Okay? Then you take out the 2 outside value, you put it in a bracket. 5 minus a, x minus 2. Okay, if you never use the same method, okay, I told you this is just one of the methods. Okay, one of the methods. Your answer correct means most likely you use a correct method also. I'm just sharing you all what is the method that I will use. Okay, normally most of your textbook will ask you to find some sort of k value. Okay, so question 14 done. Okay, let's go to question 15. The interior angle of a regular polygon is 172 degrees. Find the number of sides of this polygon. Okay, so interior angle of a regular polygon. This one is a formula you have to memorize. What's the formula? N minus 2 times 180 over n. Okay, this one you all have to memorize. N minus 2 times 180 divided by n. So here we will take this equation, this expression equals to 172. Okay, we're going to solve for this one. So it will be 180n minus 360 equals to 172n. 8n equals to 360, and 360 divided by 8, we get 45. Okay, question 16. Just now some of you said don't know how to do this one. Okay, is it 16 or 17? Okay, 16, right? 16b. Okay, let's see this question here. On any day, the probability that the weather will be sunny is 0.7. Find the probability that on any day, the weather will not be sunny. Okay, probability, you have your success or non-success, right? The total will always be equals to 1. So you can just take 1 minus 0.7, which is 0.3. Okay, now, when the weather is sunny, the probability that Rohit goes for a walk is 0.9. When the weather is not sunny, the probability that Rohit goes for a walk is 0.2. Find the probability that on any day, Rohit goes for a walk. All right, this one, you all can just list down, but I think to make it clear, you can always use a tree diagram. Okay, you all remember how to do the tree diagram? Can sketch it out like that. Okay, what's the first condition? Sunny and not sunny. Sunny, not sunny. Okay, so if it's sunny, then the next condition is he go for a walk. So it's either walk or no walk. Okay, walk or no walk. You don't have to draw this out to solve this question, but maybe this one might be clearer for y'all to see. Okay, what's the probability that it is sunny? 0.7, right, from the previous question. Not sunny, here is 0.3. So if he sunny and goes for a walk, will be 0.9. Not sunny and goes for a walk is 0.2. Okay, do we need to go and calculate the don't walk one? They are not asking us for it, right? Rahid goes for a walk only, so we don't need a cap. Whenever you can draw it like this, okay, when you see a tree diagram, I want you to remember horizontal, the calculation, you will take these two values to multiply. But vertically like this, so you see this is basically 1, this is another one. But when you want to calculate both the probability like this, you have to multiply, you have to add with each other. Okay, so this is the condition. Probability sunny walk, then probability not sunny, and then walk. Okay, you don't have to write these. The only thing that you normally have to write is just this one. 0.7 times 0.9 plus 0.3 times 0.2. That's all. 0.6. Okay, the final answer will be 0.69. Okay, clear? Those of you who are asking this question. All right, okay, let's go to question 17. Okay, just now also quite a number here, not clear on how to do question 17. Okay, 17, this one, you need to memorize your formula of simple interest and compound interest. And what are you exactly calculating for simple interest and compound interest? Don't just remember the right-hand side, like PRT over 100. You must know what are you calculating for PRT over 100 because there are some keywords we have to identify here. Okay, question 17A. Alex invests $400 at a rate of 2.3% per year simple interest. Find the total amount Alex has at the end of 5 years. Keyword here, total amount. Okay, what does it mean, total amount? Total amount means his initial value plus whatever he earned. Okay, so what are the things that give us here? This is your P value, this is your R, and then this is your T value. Okay, P is principal, which is your original value. R is your rate, T is your time in years. So you have to remember when we calculate simple interest, the formula is I equals to PRT over 100. For this one is interest only. That means how much he earns. Okay, interest only. So if we were to put into the formula, this is only the interest. 400 times 2.3 times 5 divided by 100, $46. So $46 is his amount of profit that he earned. But they want the total amount. So total amount normally is we use the alphabet A. Okay, but this one, if you don't write A, also doesn't matter. So A will be 400 plus 46. Okay, can you do it in one equation? Also can. Okay, no issue. So if you put it as 400 plus 400 times 2.3 times 5 over 100, also can. Okay, you'll still get the same answer. But let's say if you one part wrong, why I break it down. Maybe here you get correct, here you do some accident mistake wrong. At least you get some marks over here. Okay, question B. I think this one was the one that y'all were asking for, right? Okay, 17B. Okay, Virat has $100 to spend. In February, he spends X dollars. In March, he spends 10% more than he spends in February. In April, he spends 10% more than he spends in March. At the end of April, Virat has 3380 remaining. Find the value of X. Okay, can we write an expression based on this one first? X. Okay, so in February, this is how I write. In February, he spent X dollars. Okay, I just put here the dollars. In March, okay, how to write an expression? 10% more. Can we say it is 1.1x? 1.1x is a multiplier. Technically, it's 110%. Okay, 110%, you change it to a multiplier, or we call it a decimal place. It is 110 divided by 10. Divided by 100, so you get 1.1. Okay, everyone understand this expression? Then April, 10% now based on March. We repeat the same thing again. April, it will be 1.1 times 1.1x, because it's 1.1 of the March spending. Okay, so we have to learn how to write down this expression first. Now, how do we write it into an equation? Okay, you can take this all up and add up together. Then you can say 100 minus this equals to 3380. Okay, or if you want to just write into one equation, you can write it as, he first has $100. Okay, like this, $100 minus all of this. Okay, x, 1.1x, 1.1 times 1.1x. Okay, maybe we should calculate this first. I think easier to the right. 1.21x equals to 3380. Okay, they want you to find the value of x. Can we calculate this? 1 plus 1.1 plus 1.21. Okay, this will be 3.31. So 100 minus 3.31x equals to 3380. Okay, rearrange it. 100 minus 33.8 equals to 3.31x. 3.31x is equals to 66.2. X, 66.2 divided by 3.31, we will get 20. All right, was it this question that y'all got stuck just now? Yes, right. Okay, the expression part. Okay, so you just need to change it. Yeah, percentage, you change it. We call it a multiplier. This is called a multiplier. Okay, let's go to question C. We go to question C right now. 4 marks. Bobby invests $500 in an account that pays compound interest each year. At the end of 17 years, the value of Bobby's investment is $700.13. Find the value of Bobby's investment at the end of 20 years. Okay, so they gave us 17 years, but now they want us to find 20 years. Okay, something is missing based on the first one. We don't have the rate, right? We have P, we have T, we have the final amount, A. Okay, this is a compound interest. Okay, compound interest formula. So what is compound interest? A equals to P bracket 1 plus R over 100 to the power of t. We suck into this formula. 700.13 equals to 501 plus r over 100 to the power of 17. Alright, so we rearrange it. This one will be 700.13 over 500. Okay, you can do a 17th root. Okay, be careful when you type in a 17 root. It's not 17 then square root, it is 17 root. Okay, which is equals to 1 plus r over 100. Okay, if you want to push it further, okay, you all can just, maybe we find this value first. 700.13 divided by 500 so that I can make sure that all of you are typing it correctly. 17 over answer. Okay, you should get 1.02 here. Okay, everyone got it? 1.02. Then we'll take 1.02 minus 1 times 100, which is equals to r. Okay, so it'll be 0.02 times 100. R is equals to 2. So your R value is 2%. Then, now we want to find based on this time, okay? This second time frame, I just write as T2. We put again into the formula. So A is equals to P 500 1 plus 2 over 100 to the power of 20. This one we get 742.97. Okay, anyone get a different value? I think should be this, right? Okay, because the mark scheme, they say they give you a range from 742.97 to 742.99. Okay, 17. Since just now there were quite a number of 17, if you can do this, can you type 17? Okay, is it clear? 17, 17. Good, good. Cannot round it to 3SF? No, cannot. Money, cannot round it. Money need to be 2 dp. Okay, you write 743 minus 1 mark. Okay, so be careful on this side. Okay, very good question. All right, let's go to question 18 right now. Okay, question 18. A, B, C, D, and E lie on the circle. Find the value of X, Y, and Z. Okay, this is on circle theorem. Okay, if you don't know circle theorem, 100% will come out one. Paper 2, paper 4, both also can come out. Go and revise it. Circle theorem. Okay, what do we want to find first? Find X. Okay, immediate one, I can see this is a triangle. So X, we can take 180 minus 125 minus 26. Okay, we'll get 29 degrees. I'll label here 29 first. Okay, let's see the next one. Y. Okay, what is Y? Okay, we see a butterfly here. Like that. Okay, butterfly, this is called angle in the same segment. Both of these, they are equal to each other. So this one, no calculation needed. This is 52 degrees. Okay, so Y is also equals to angle. Okay, we just write 52 degrees first, because same as angle ACB. Angle in same segment. Okay, so as I practice this, right, I will want to practice writing down the reason also. Even though they are not asking us to write down here, because there are certain questions in the exam that they will ask us to write down. Like they will ask you to write down the geometrical reasons. Okay, the last one, Z. How to find Z? Okay, from here, what I can see is here there is a cyclic quadrilateral. You got 4 sides here, or you can find here also. It means these 2 sides, they add up together will be equals to 180 degrees. Okay, so which one is easier to find? Yeah, I think we find this one. Okay, let's find what is this angle. Angle EAC. Can you find angle EAC? Okay, so I will find this angle here first. Okay, this little angle, this one will be 55 degrees. Okay, so this part here, there's no name here, but maybe we can give an alphabet here. Okay, we say this is angle P. Okay, so angle P is equals to 180 minus 125, 55 degrees. Okay, then angle EAC is equals to 180 minus 52 minus 55. 180 minus 52 minus 55. Okay, we get 73 degrees. Okay, so here is 73 degrees. Then these two add up together will be equals to 180. So Z plus 73. Z plus 73 equals to 180. Z is 180 minus 73. 180 minus 73, we'll get 107 degrees. Okay, why? Angle in cyclic quadrilateral. Or you can just write opposite angle in cyclic quadrilateral adds up to 180 degrees. Normally, you just write cyclic quadrilateral, you should get the marks already. So here will be 29, 52, and 107. 4-mark question. Okay, I don't think anyone asked this one. So all of you should be master already, circle theorem. Okay, let's go to question 19. Okay, let's go to question 19 right now. Fx equals to x plus 1, gx equals to 5 minus 2x, hx equals to 2 to the power x. Okay, find f negative 3. This is on functions. F negative 3 means you will substitute x to become negative 3. So negative 3 plus 1, negative 2. Domain of gx is negative 302. Okay. So this is a new question that is within your syllabus. Domain and range. Do you all know what is domain? Do you all know what is range? Okay, what's the domain and range? Domain means all your possible x values. Okay, write this down. All possible x values. Okay, in other words, you can say it is the smallest x to biggest x. What is your smallest x value to your biggest x value? Range is all possible y values. That means your smallest y to biggest y value. Okay, so we need to understand the definition here first. Domain and range. Last time, domain and range only comes out in AdMaths, but now they put it part of your syllabus. Okay, so what does this mean? Means your domain of gx, we will have negative 3 as the smallest value, and the biggest value is equals to 2. Okay, but these 3 values only. Okay, how do we find this? All you need to do is you sub into here, because gx is just a linear equation. Got it? You need to see what function are you solving also. Okay, this one is a linear. So linear, this one is just like this. Okay, so I explain in detail. A gx graph looks like that, going down, right or not? Okay, so if we were to plot out the points, this is probably negative 3 for the x, this is probably 0, and then here is 2. Got it? Now we just want to find what are the y values for these 3 values. Okay, so all we need to do is we substitute like that. G negative 3, G0, and G2. But it will be different for different type of graph. We only use this for specifically for a linear. Okay, you just need to sub in the value. Don't need to do anything complicated. So 5 minus 2 times minus 3, this one will be 11. 5 minus 2 times 0, this one will be 5. Then 5 minus 2 times 2, this one will be 1. So we get 11, 5, and 1. Okay, how do we write this expression? We just follow like that. 11, 5, 1. They are telling you that the domain, we have these 3 values. So since they give you these 3 values, you just sub in again. Okay, so these are the range. Range is referring to the y value of the domain. Domain is the x value. Okay, the next one. Find x when hx equals to 1 over 32. So what is hx? Hx is 2 to the power of x equals to 1 over 32. Okay, to solve for unknown in mathematics, we normally need to make the base to be the same. Okay, 2 and 32. 32 can be changed into 2 to the power of 5, then 2 to the power of negative 5. Then we compare both the power with each other. X is equals to negative 5. Okay, next one. H inverse x equals to 3. Okay, this question often comes out, but you don't have to do an inverse for this. Do you know how to do this question? Given to us in the question, hx is equals to 2 to the power x. Okay, how do we solve this one? H inverse x equals to 3. Okay, I'm going to teach you a shortcut. When you want to solve an unknown power type of equation, a function, that means you got some sort of inverse. You don't go and find the inverse function of this. Okay, don't go and do this. How do it? Very easy only. You go and inverse the inverse. Okay, when you inverse an inverse, what will happen is that you'll get to H3 like that. Understand the concept? Okay, so when inverse and inverse, it becomes back to hx. So we are just reversing the process again. Okay, this is the easiest way to understand it. But there's actually proper way to present it. Since we are doing maths, we just understand in this way. Okay, one step only. What's h3? Now you put 2 to the power 3. Okay, 2 to the power 3 will be equals to 8. All right. Okay, we are at question 19. Any question? Okay, if no question, can you just type 19? Let me just see back again. What other questions you all have? Okay, now the harder parts already. Okay, we take a short 4 minutes break, Ken? Okay, we just take a toilet break, water break. When we come back, we'll discuss the harder questions behind here. Okay, so I think from 20 onwards, this is when all the question gets a little bit harder already. Okay. All right, okay, let's come back. Let's go to question 20. Okay, question 20, this is on triangles. Triangles, one is a non-right angle triangle, one is a right angle triangle. So before we do triangle type of questions, remember what are the formulas that you may want to use. Okay, so write down these. There are 6 formulas. For right angle triangle, okay, right angle triangle, okay, there are 3 formulas. We use SOHCAHTOA, we can use Pythagoras, okay, we can use area is half times base times height. Normally, you write down first so you can look back into the formula here. Okay, non-right angle triangle. We will use sine rule, cos rule, and area is 1 over 2 AB sine C. Okay, if you go to the formula sheet, the list of formulas in page 2, the 3 bottom formulas at the bottom is referring to this part here. Okay, so remember these 6 formulas. I think this question will use almost all the formulas. Okay, the diagram shows a quadrilateral ABCD. CD, okay, basically everything that's listed here. Calculate the length of AB. Okay, first one, length of AB. This is a right angle triangle, so we can use the angle that is given to us here. This is 12. Okay, this one we can use so, ka, tua. Okay, what's this one? Opposite over adjacent. So tangent 34 equals to AB. Okay, this one is AB, right? AB over 12. AB is 12 tangent 34 degrees. Let's write this down. .09 meters. Okay, so let's label this down. 8.09. Okay, the next one. The area of the quadrilateral ABCD. Okay, this is a 3-mark question. Area. One is right angle triangle. We can use half times base times height. This one, we can use 1 over 2 AB sine C. Okay, so for the area for ABD first, area of triangle ABD, we can use half times base 12 and height. Just now height we got is 8.09. Maybe I should write the formula down. 1 over 2 base height. Okay, so this is the value. You can leave it like this first also if you want. Area BCD will use 1 over 2 AB sine C. Okay, 1 over 2 times 10 times 12 sine 56. Okay, if you prefer writing, this is what I normally do. I normally check to see the answer okay or not first. Okay, nice or not? If not that many decimal place, then write down lah. Okay, here 48.54. Okay, this one 1 over 2 times 10 times 12 times sine 56. Okay, this one 49.742. Add it up. Total 48.54 plus 49.742. We will get 98.28. Or 98.3. 98.3. Since we round it up to 3 SF. Okay, the next one. Calculate the perimeter. Okay, perimeter of the quadrilateral ABCD. Okay, let's look at the diagram. What is missing? We don't have this. We don't have this. Okay, for this, you can either use Pythagoras theorem or you can use SOHCAHTOA to find this hypotenuse. For this triangle, you have a mouth, like that, right? Then you want to find the opposite side. This one we'll use cos rule. Okay. Let's start with the bottom one first. I'll draw it out. Like that. Here, okay, we have here is 34. Okay, 34, then now what we do 12. And then we got here 8.09. Okay, for me, what I will do, actually I will use SOHCAHTOA because whatever that is given to you won't be wrong. But sometimes, what if I accidentally make a mistake over here? Okay, so I will use this one. This one is adjacent hypotenuse. Okay, let's use CA. Cos 34 equals to 12 over AD. Okay, this one is AD. AD equals to 12 over cos 34. This one is 14.4746. Okay, then the next one, we want to find the BC. Okay, BC is like this. BDC 10, 12, 56 degrees. Okay, so for this, remember it's like that. You got a mouth, then you've got a tongue. You want to find the opposite side. So the formula of cos rule is a square equals to b square plus c square minus 2bc cos a. You need to define what is your a first, which is this side, the opposite side. Okay, then b and c doesn't matter which one is it. So a square, we don't know what is it. So bc square equals to 12 square plus 10 square minus 2 times 12 times 10 cos 56 degrees. Okay, the whole right-hand side, you don't have to break down into like so many parts. You all can just type out the whole thing into a calculator first. 12 square plus 10 square minus 2 times 12 times 10 times cos 56. Okay, always double check your answer again. So what I got is 109.79. Then we bring the square root. Okay, but in calculator, you will write square root of this answer. This is the most accurate way you can get the answer. So you don't go write 109.79. You just press square root, then you use the answer button. Okay, then now you want to calculate the total perimeter. Total perimeter will be 10 plus 8.09. These were the two just now that we calculated. Then plus 14.4746 plus 10.4782. Okay, rounding up to 3SF. 4746. 10 plus 8.09 plus 14.4746 plus 10.4782. Okay, according to mine, I will get 43.0. 43.0. Okay, so the answer they let to do between 43.0 to 43.1. Okay, so try not to round it up to 43 also. Okay, even though it's 43.04, according to mine, it's 43.0428. Is it acceptable? Sometimes depends on the marker. Okay. But because this one, the exact value is not 43, right? So to be safe, you always write it to 3SF. Okay, then the last one, calculate the shortest distance from B to the line AD. Okay, this is what you need to remember. Whenever they ask you to find the shortest distance from a point to a line, it will be the perpendicular distance. Okay, perpendicular distance. So if you look into the diagram, where is the perpendicular distance? How do we draw the line? From here, the point, to the line. Okay, so the 90 degrees will be here. This is the triangle that we're going to be using. Okay, B, D. Can draw it up. Okay, like that. B, D. Then we want to find this distance. This 12. What's one more thing that we have? We have the 34 degrees over here. This one is opposite. This one is hypotenuse. Normally, right? Normally is sine. So if you don't get a sine, maybe will be wrong. X is 12 sine 34. Okay, type this in the calculator. We will get 6.7123 SF. All right, let's go to question 21. Simplify. Number and number multiply. So 3 times 5, 15. T to the power of 5 times t to the power of 3. You take 5 plus 3, 15. T to the power of 8. These are your law of indices. Okay, this one you have to be careful when we type this into calculator. These two you need to power. So it'll be 64 to the power of 5 over 6 u to the power of 36 times 5 over 6. Okay, for those of you who are using the older calculator, this part here, you got to ensure that you bracket the whole thing. Okay, 64 bracket power 5 over 6. So 64 power, you don't have to change it to root. Okay, just type the whole thing in the calculator. You get 32. And this one, 36 times 5 over 6, you just get 30. So 32 u to the power of 30. Yeah, I think this one easy. This one can come out in non-calculator paper also. So I realized this paper is actually very, very simple. My students, I think this was the paper that they took for the last exam intake. A lot all A star. Okay, because it's so simple. Based on my opinion. So you all hope that your October, November one will be easy also. Okay, question 22. Probability and Venn diagram. Okay, number of students in a class. G is geography, H is history. The Venn diagram shows info about 33 students in a class. Okay, one of the students is picked at random. Fine. Does not study geography, does not study history. Okay, so these few students that are outside, there are 5 of them out of 33. Studies geography and history will be these 13 students. So 13 over 33. Okay, question B. This is the tricky one, and why is it a 3-mark question? 2 of the students who study history are picked at random. So this first sentence, you cannot ignore it. 2 of the students who study history. Okay, so that means they are only going to choose from these students who study history. This is called a conditional probability. Okay, you see there's an extra sentence. What is the difference between this sentence here and this sentence here? You see, this one, they only say one of the student in the class is picked at random. This one, they never say in the class. In the class means everyone in the class. Now we only look at history. So that means this is your new condition. You only look at these 20 students here. 13 plus 7 students. Okay? Find the probability that one student also studies geography and one student does not study geography. Okay, so that means one is from here, one is from here. How do we do it? Okay, so we need to think about all the possible scenarios. One student studies geography, one no geography. One is geography, one is no geography. That means only the history one. How do we pick the student? Is this the only way that we can pick the student? We also can pick the no geography one first. Okay, the one who don't study geography. Then only the geography one. Got it? Okay, so this is how we'll do the question. So geography, we have 13 out of 20 students. You're not going to use 33 anymore because now the condition, you only look into that part there. Okay, that is your new universe. Okay, when no geography, we will take multiply by 7 over 19 because you already pick one student out, so you cannot choose him again. Now, we also need to consider the other way around. 7 over 20 times 13 over 19. Okay, another easy way to do this, you can just do 1 time, then you multiply by 2. You will still get the same answer. Right? Okay, even though it may look a bit different, but you just multiply by 2. Type this in the calculator. You will get 91 over 190. Okay, so this is called a conditional probability question. Normally, it will come out in this Venn diagram. Okay, in this Venn diagram type of question. Clear? Okay, just now I think I saw a few 22, 22Bs for your question. Okay, anything to ask? I hope my explanation is clear. All right, let's go to 23. If no question, let's go to 23. Simplify h squared plus 4h over h squared minus 16. Okay, let's look at the top one first. We will factorize h plus 4. At the bottom is a squared minus b squared. So a plus b, a minus b. Then you cancel this and this. We will get h over h minus 4. All right. Okay, the next one. Question 24. Okay, just now a few of you were asking this question 24 also. You don't cut the h. No, cannot. Cannot cut the h. These two where can? Tak boleh. Okay, cannot. Where can cut? Unless it's h minus 4 over h, then you can separate it. H over h minus 4 over h. But this way you cannot. Don't go and cut the h. Okay, question 24. Yes, h minus 4 is together. You cannot split it up also. Yeah, you cannot make it to h over h minus h over 4. Cannot. This is going back to the basics of fraction. Okay, let's go to 24. Just now I see a few of you type 24. Ahmed walks 2 km at a speed of x kilometers per hour. He then walks a further 3 km at a speed of x plus 1 kilometers per hour. The total time he takes to walk the 5 km is 1 and 1 over 4 hours. Show that 5x squared minus 15x minus 8 equals to 0. This is a 5-mark question. Okay, so this is a kinematics question, which is your relationship between speed, distance, and time. How to understand this question? I want you to draw a straight line first. You split it into 2 parts. Okay, because you have two different you have 2 different parts here. So first one, D is 2 km. Speed is x kilometers per hour. He then walks a further of 3 km. So D is equals to 3 km. The speed is x plus 1 kilometers per hour. Okay, what's the relationship for speed, distance, and time? Speed, distance, time, or DST. So time is equals to distance over speed. We can find time for both of these. 2 over x. So this is your first one. Your second one is 3 over x plus 1. Okay, they say that the total time he take to walk is 1 and 1 over 4 hours. 1 and 1 over 4. So T1 plus T2 equals to 1 and 1 over 4. Can we change this 1 and 1 over 4? We can also change it to 5 over 4, right? So can we write an equation down? 2 over x plus 3 over x plus 1 equals to 5 over 4. Okay, I think 5 over 4 will be easier for us to see. Then all we need to do now is to change it to the expression that they want. Okay, on the left-hand side, we make it to one fraction first. 2 times x plus 1 plus 3x over x times x plus 1 equals to 5 over 4. Okay, we open up the bracket first. 2x plus 2 plus 3x over x squared plus x equals to 5 over 4. We cross multiply this. This one will be 4. 2x plus 2 plus 3x equals to 5 x squared plus x. 4, 5x plus 2 equals to 5x squared plus 5x. 20x plus 8 equals to 5x squared plus 5x. Okay, we shift everything to the right hand side. 5x squared minus 15x minus 8 equals to 0. Okay, sure. Okay, now they say find the value of x. Show all your working and give your answer correct to 2 dp. This one also same thing. Use your calculator. Okay, whenever you can use calculator, use your calculator, check for the answer first. So I'll go to menu, go to equation slash func, go to polynomial, select 2. Okay, let's type this in the calculator first. 5x squared minus 15x plus minus 8. Okay, change it. You should get 3.46 and negative 0.462. Okay, so what I'll do is you write the answer somewhere first. We will just double check 3.46 and negative 0.462. Okay, they only give us one space over here. How come? So you have to understand what is x. X is speed. So speed, there's only positive. Okay, so you will take the positive value. But let's just double check. Since this is, if you type in the calculator, they will give you some irrational value. Okay, then you see got a cert. That means you have to use quadratic formula. You have to show your quadratic formula. Okay, what are we solving? 5x squared minus 15x minus 8 equals to 0. Your A is equal to 5. B is minus 15. C is negative 8. Okay, we're going to put into negative B plus minus square root B squared minus 4AC over 2A. Negative 15 plus minus square root negative 15 square minus 4AC over 2A. Okay, please show this working. We will get 15 plus minus square root 385 over 10. Okay, so you got, don't need to go and simplify already. Just type in the calculator. So you got your positive and your negative value. You get 3.46 and then negative, you can split it up, negative 0.462. Okay, this one we reject it because only should have positive value for this question. So things like time, speed, all this, there's no negative value. Length, what else? Distance. Okay, good. Okay, let's do a check-in. Just now I see a few 24s also. If you can do this, can you write 24? Okay, let me see what other numbers. Okay, any 25 don't have, 26 don't have. Okay, then the last one already, right? 27. Okay, so I will just go to 25, 26 really fast. Okay, 25, I've seen this also come up many times. Formula of perpendicular bisector, and normally they give you about 5 marks like that. Okay, P80, Q26, form perpendicular bisector. What is a perpendicular bisector? Okay, let's say you got 2 points. 8, 0. Okay, where is 8, 0? Let's say this is 8, 0. Then you've got another point called 26. Perpendicular bisector is a line directly in the middle and then it cuts at 90 degrees. So what do we need to find? We need to find the perpendicular gradient. You need to find the midpoint. Then you put into y equals mx plus c. Okay, whichever you find first. If you want to find gradient first, okay, let's find what's the gradient first. So let's find what is the gradient of PQ first. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So 6 minus 0 over 20 minus 8. Okay, we'll get 1 over 2. The perpendicular gradient will just be the negative reciprocal. So you will take positive to become negative. 1 over 2, you inverse it, reciprocal. Okay, this one remember, negative reciprocal. Then we find what is the midpoint. Okay, midpoint will be 20 plus 8 over 2, 6 plus 0 over 2. Okay, this will be 14, 3. Now, we find what is the C value. Okay, we have y equals mx plus c. Okay, we just take 14, 3 and m is negative 2. Okay, this one sub m equals to negative 2 and 14, 3. Okay, this we'll get 3 equals to negative 2 times 14 plus c minus 28 plus c. C is 3 plus 28, which is 31. Therefore, y equals mx plus c, y equals to negative 2x plus 31. Okay, next one. Differentiation. Y equals to ax to the power of 11 plus 3x to the power of b. dy over dx equals to 44x to the power of 10 plus 18xc. Okay, what we need to know for differentiation is when we differentiate, it will be multiply power minus 1. For example, if we got x to the power of n, dy over dx, your power will go in front. Then here will minus 1. Okay, so n x n to the power of minus 1. Okay, so this one we can use in some sort of expression here. To get 44, can we say is 11 times a? Okay, 11a is equals to 44 because we will take the power multiply with the value in front. Therefore, a is 44 over 11, which is 4. Okay, let's look at b. b is this times this equals to this. Okay, so 3b is equals to 18. This is the same concept. 18 over 3. b is equals to 6. Okay, the final one. How to find the c value? So this one is 3x 6 already, right? So b will minus 1. Okay, so c is equals to 6 minus 1. Because your power need to minus 1. Therefore, c is just equals to 5. Oh, 2 marks only. This one. 4, 6, 5. Alright, okay, one last final one. Okay, one last final one. Okay, a lot of you got stuck for this specific question, right? 4 marks question. The diagram shows a cube. Calculate the angle between diagonal AP, okay, A and P, and the base ABCD. Okay, first of all, we need to define what is the angle that we are trying to find. We've got this diagonal and the base. So for a 3D kind of problem like this, we normally need to draw a right angle triangle. Okay, like this. Then the angle that we want to find is this, PAC. Okay, what's the problem over here? They didn't give us any length, right? How to know what's the length like that? Okay, no need to worry. The thing is, it is a cube. So we can assume that the cube, all the length are the same. Then we can just give a value to it. Okay, what's the easiest value you can give to a side? Let's just say that each side, the length right now is 1. Can or not? All these, they are 1. Okay? You use 1 to solve the question. So let's do the bottom one first. We find what is the length of AC first. AAC. 1, 1, this is a triangle ABC. Okay, we're going to use Pythagoras theorem to find what is the length of AC first. So AC square equals to 1 square plus 1 square. AC is sec 2. Okay, so this part here is sec 2. Now, using this triangle PAC. Oops. PAC. We have sec 2 at the bottom. We have 1 here. Can we find the angle of this? We have opposite. We have adjacent. This is tangent. Tangent theta or tangent, okay, we write down specifically, this one is tangent PAC is equals to opposite 1 over sec 2. Angle PAC is inverse tangent 1 over sec 2. Okay, calculate this. We will get 35.3 degrees. Okay, it's a very, very simple 4-mark question. But maybe some of you may be thinking, how come no length over here? You want to use any other value. If you use 2, you use 3, you use 4, you use 5, other values also, you will still get the same answer. It's just that in the middle of the equation, you may get a different type of working. All right, okay, so if you can do until here, can you just type 27? Okay, just type 27. This time I see a lot of 27, don't know how to do. Okay, any question? Okay, how do you all rate this paper? On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 means you can do everything. 1 means cannot do anything. Or 0 means cannot do anything. How would you rate this paper? Okay, 7, 8, 8, 8, 7.5, 9. Any 9? 5 out of 10. Okay, 7, 7.4. All right, if you are aiming for an A, you need to get at least 80 lah, okay? 80 out of 10. A star, to be safe, it needs to be 9 out of 10. Okay, that means your entire paper, you only can, at max, lose 10 marks. All right, I'll send this paper to you all. So this is it for the May-June 2025 paper 4.2. Okay, based on my opinion, I think this is a really easy paper. Okay, like really easy.